Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Show and Tell What the Hell, and today we have a big old box here. Not that big, but just a medium-sized box here. We have a medium-sized box here, and I received a delivery confirmation with my on my email today, and I decided, oh well, this would be a very good time to show off what I got, if it is in fact what I suspect it is. I don't know. We'll find out. But some of y'all may get mad at me with this review, and I'll explain to you why. Because if it is what I think it is, then I am going to leave them in their packages. So if you don't want me to be opening these figures up, which, yeah, let's not kid ourselves, they are most definitely action figures, because usually that's what I get in the mail. I'm not getting DVDs or CDs or... Oh, geez. Let me fix this thing here. Take that off there. It was being all loosey-goosey. So... boom. Just our magic box opening device. And, well, let's see what they look like here. Oh, my God. Well, okay, we got some bubble wrap. That's what we got. We got some bubble wrap. Now, we have... oh, it's a shame. Look at the boxes on these. Got a little bent, but that's all right. That's all right. I'm not going to make a huge deal. These are not mint, but I came to expect this. These are, and I'm going to call them new because they are new. These are the new Powers of Grayskull action figure line. That's right. By Super 7. And, wow. That's, now, what we have here is two characters. Eldor, heroic guardian of the Book of Living Spells, along with Hero, the most powerful wizard in the universe, with some of the original artwork we got here. It looks like to be some of the artwork. Now, boxes are not in the best condition. Now, I am going to be ordering more of these so that I could open or decide which one I want to keep in package and which one I want to open. Now, that being said, toys are meant to be played with, right? But sometimes I like to... these boxes are just so awesome and nice. And as you can see here, there is a little, not so little book of living spells. So I really would be excited to open these up, but I do have the classics editions. Now look at the back of this here. Look for Hero and the Powers of Grayskull coming your way in 1987, and it has a Biontops, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Turbodactyl, and Hero in the back here. Now, we know that these figures are not going to be coming our way, but this is meant to emulate the old 80s packages. And now I did have, actually, Biontops and Tyrannosaurus Rex. And this gives you an example of how to put together the book. And you could insert the little pages in there so that Eldor... I don't know if we could actually hold it, but so snap open the book from either side as shown. Peel off the adhesive back of the Tyrannosaurus Rex stickers and Biontops pictures, matching them up corresponding engravings as shown. That was a bad sentence, sorry. Peel off adhesive back of Hero sticker and Eldor picture and match them to corresponding engravings as shown. So Eldor has hands at pivot at the wrist for holding the secret Book of Living Spells. So there you have it. The Book of Living Spells contains the ultimate secrets of Preternia, the secret of transformation. Thus, whenever Eldor opens it, he can uncover all the secret of past, present, and the future. So, yeah. So let's talk a little bit about, for those of you that don't know, the Powers of Grayskull is a lost line, and what I mean by that is that this was supposed to come out right after He-Man had finished. Or this was going to be the next wave of He-Man toys after, I don't know, 1987, I want to say. And this is awesome. Look at the vac metal is so damn shiny. This is probably some of the best vac metal I've seen in a while. Totally chromed out. We didn't actually get a good... I never saw a good look at it. Now, I could open these and tell you what the articulation is like, But we all know what a He-Man figure articulations. It's got leg articulations, it's got arm and head and waist. So this is a soft goods cape. That's pretty good. Now we have this, what's the staff called? God damn it. Whatever. It just says the staff. Staff of Transformation. So yeah. So Hero was a conceptual. Look, you got a. What's his name? Big old Mongol or whatever the hell. I don't know. I forget. I'm bad with names. But we had a classic version of him, which I have several versions of. I have the old zombie head and the other head. Anyway, so the most powerful wizard in the universe. So he's a little bit different from He-Man in that he is more of a works with in the realms of magic and sorcery. But these are just really this really takes me back to the whole aesthetic of 80s vintage retro sword and sorcery, and the direction that Grayskull was going to go was less scientific and less technology and more back into the old school magic that we know and love. And this is originally what the packages were going to look like. So essentially what Super 7 gave us was something that never happened, that we never got. And I think it's pretty brilliant that they did this. And they look just like as if they were supposed to be made. This looks like a authentic Masters of the Universe figure. Yeah, I'm very curious. I'm very tempted to open these, but I think I'm going to be picking up at least a Hero to go along with some of the other Masters lines that I want to get duplicates of. A lot of these small versions of the figures I did not open. In fact, give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Back in action. So, yeah, so I just wanted to present some examples of some more modern versions of these characters. Now, this is not the first time these have been remade because the Masters of the Universe Classics developed these characters and gave us a little bit of a history and whatever. So these are the more articulate modern versions of Eldor and Hero. And but what's cool about this, what this gives us is something a little bit different. This is the book that came with the Masters of the Universe Classics. Little tiny thing here, and look at the massive size of this. Yeah, it's huge. Now these retail for about $20. Now I don't know what the availability is going to be looking like at Big Bad Toy Store, or if even Big Bad Toy Store is going to be carrying these guys. So. Unfortunately, these are the kind of figures that if you don't snatch them up and if people really want them, they may sell out quickly, which I've learned the hard way. But they still may be available at the Super 7 store. I like how this says that the staff magically open, so I'd like to see if there is an actual gimmick behind that. Now, if I do get some more, I may do a follow-up, but I think a lot of people want to see just the overall product and what they look like. I think the goal for Super 7 was to create something that we never got. You know, give us the missing link, as it were. So, which is an interesting concept because it would have returned us to. And now, just so you guys won't get mad, I do remember the name. I believe it is Megator right here. Yeah, this was supposed to take place during the times before He-Man, like the primal age of Eternia, pre-Eternia as they called it, and it would have a lot more dinosaurs and snake men. They got halfway there, but they weren't really able to, Mattel really wasn't able to produce this character, and they moved on to what was known as the New Adventures of He-Man, which I kind of always found to be not as cool as the original Savage World of He-Man. But I guess they felt that it was time to move towards the opposite end of the spectrum, rather than saying, let's go primitive, more primitive. No, let's go more sci-fi and technological. Now, the question is, now, what do you think that the Powers of Grayskull would have been a more successful line? because New Adventures really kind of died out, and people had really lost a lot of interest with the Masters of the Universe line. So it's interesting to speculate as to whether this would have done better and if this would have carried on the line for another 10 years. But there was no cartoon developed. And later on in the 90s, there was a different kind of cartoon uh, being shopped around that I believe Lou Scheimer was trying to get together. And that was a different hero character, which was the son of He-Man. Hero, the son of He-Man. So um, this is just based on all what I know. I'm not looking at a Wikipedia right now. So sorry if I get stuff wrong, folks. But yeah, these are very cool figures. I like the whole presentation. I like this. I like that the airbrush heavy metal looking skull in the back is just, it just screams awesome. Now, like I said, if they do become available at Big Bet Toy Store or at Super 7, I may pick up at least a hero just because that VAC metal really sells it. Um, and if I'm a collector of the original line, but I haven't really, I have a Skeletor I have two Skeletors, my original and a second one, and the original one is in all in pieces, and I've been meaning to fix it up. So it's not like I'm actively buying the 5.5-inch scale. I was more into getting these because these were updated versions and highly detailed, and they looked badass. So, but these are fun too, and I had just, because I saw the packaging, I had to get these, and yeah, I look forward to getting some other ones. I could see now, I could tell by the wrist that they do swivel. That is pretty cool. Um, yeah, and it's what's interesting is that I could see that underneath his hood, he does have the same kind of Merlin from Excalibur looking headgear underneath that. So isn't it funny how the head is way bigger there, and he looks a lot like how Kenny Rogers looks now after the plastic surgery. This guy just looks so goofy, like he's coming straight out of like the 80s. See, this guy looks like he's part of. He looks like he's like every villain of some sort of like 80s teenager movie. Like he's the big jock that wants to like, kick sand in someone's face, or he has the good looking girlfriend, but the nerdy guy wants to get the girlfriend. That's awesome. I like him. But yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything. Oh, hey, Bob, stay. Anything else that I want to point out on this? Yeah, no, not really. It does have some sort of action feature, though, if you pull back the right arm until you hear the click. Yeah, so yeah, I'm kind of excited to see about getting another copy of it. Now, the boxes, again, weren't in perfect condition. Thankfully, the Hero one looks to be in way better condition than Eldor, but it's not that bad. I got a little nick right here and or a little fold, bend, whatever here. Now, if y'all think that I really should get another order another Hero or Eldor, and you want to see me open it up and play around with it, feel free to let me know. And thanks to everyone. I'm slowly getting subscribers just trickling in, so I appreciate you doing that. I appreciate you checking this out, and I appreciate you bearing with me as I butcher names and tell you just vague recollections about what I know about these characters. But otherwise, these are all just things that I like to do for fun, and I hope to pick up some more of the 5.5. I do have some of the other He-Man and Skeletor that as seen on TV. It would be interesting, I think, to get some more 5.5 conceptual Powers of Grayskull figures. What do you think about that? Like some King Hiss, or before he was King Hiss, I don't know, Prince Hiss. Get some of the other concept characters out there in this 5.5 line, like the figures you never got to have when you were a kid, finally come out a million years later. Anyway, folks, thanks again. If you have any suggestions as to what I should cover next, or if you have any more insight information about this, I kind of know about 90% about all this, so you don't have to like correct me on things. But if you have any things that you'd like to see, or things that you'd like to cover, or you'd like me to cover, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And thanks again, and as always, we will see you later on.